Hi, everybody. Welcome back and happy Wednesday. All right, guys. So I know that we did our Beverly Hills recap live today with Ashley and Amani from Taste of Reality, and it was such a good one. That was the finale last night, by the way. So next week, we're going to be diving right into the reunion, which is 3 parts. And you guys know we love a 3-part reunion. So we're not back to talk about that. We've done all of the Beverly Hills for the day. I feel like we've overflown that bucket. This was not on the bingo card, but we have a Southern Charm star who announced her exit probably 20 minutes ago, and we're getting this up right away. If you guys haven't already, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and we're going to jump right in. But by the way, we're also adding a divorce in here and a new career move. Yeah, let's just get right into it, shall we? Starting here. All right, guys, so you know that Jason and I are friends with Leva Bonaparte. Jason helped out over at her restaurant that she owns with her husband, Lamar's. They own multiple restaurants on King Street. And when she found out that Jason worked for Lisa Vanderpump, she's like, hey, right? Yeah. So we were really, really intertwined there for a minute. And honestly, just Charleston wasn't really for us, but we were there for 8 months and it doesn't take long to kind of figure it out. That's what I always tell people about LA too. It seems like it's so big, it's not. Anyways, back to it. Leva announced her exit today. This is her post. You can see the photos, which are cute. Here we go. She said, hi guys, wanted to let you know that although this year was so fun, I'll be stepping away from Southern Charm this year on great terms. I'm in a place now in my life where I want to have time to focus on my boys and my joys and need some time for a life reset on what is aligned for me. I don't have a very salacious personal life to share, but I do have a lot going on. And frankly, I'm working on some pretty cool stuff that I hope to share more of soon. I love my friends on Charm, wish them the best, and I'll show up when they need me. Maybe you'll see me at a party or two throughout their new season. But where you will see me is on Southern Hospitality in full force, where I can focus my energy on the business and the show that has really found its footing this year, thanks to the fans, the Bravo bloggers, and the GOAT Network at NBC, at Bravo. So this isn't TV goodbye, just maybe you'll see me a little bit less. Love y'all. Yeah. Oh, and you can see Jason already chimed in there. What? Jason like beats me to everything. Okay, guys. So everybody's going to be indifferent about this because that's just what happens. It's the same thing. Garcelle announced her exit yesterday. People are indifferent when it comes to these announcements because if you're on a reality show, you're not going to be loved by everybody. You're not going to be hated by everybody. That's just the way it works. And people love Leva or they don't like Leva. Doesn't really matter because she's no longer going to be on Southern Charm. But I think that this is a great move for her, especially because Southern Hospitality is thriving. And I think that this kind of puts her in the position to focus more on that, which is exactly what she just said in this post, especially because one reality TV show, you would think that that would be enough. You hear so many people talking about how exhausting reality TV is. You don't know how much it takes out of you to film these shows. And then when you're filming 2 shows back to back, it's like, geez. Last year when we were in Charleston, it was kind of interesting to watch. When she started filming was right when we moved there. And it seemed like it just lasted from like April till I think like August, September, maybe October with pickup shots. It seemed like it was forever when we were hanging out and like meeting up. She was always coming from filming or doing so. It just seemed like it took up all of the time. So I get it. And if you don't know Leva, she is absolutely obsessed with her little son, and I can see where that would take the priority. And I think that's a smart move, especially on her part. But with that, we will say goodbye to Southern Charm and see her on Soho. Now, on top of that, we have a career change. I don't know if you guys even care about this, but she announced it. Actually, let me just bring up, this to me was interesting. Okay, let me just play this for you. Rachel Leviss announced that she has a new career. Here it goes. Okay, so let's just kind of enough of that. Never done a sound bath before, and I'm not knocking it, but she did share that she's so grateful to hold space for healing and stepping into the role of a professional sound healer. She said, "Thank you to the School of Sound Healing for the teaching and for giving her the opportunity to hold this beautiful sound bath." She also said, "Here's to growth and new beginnings." And she said, "Feeling this new energy, a renewed sense of self, from my heart to yours, namaste." So if you guys don't remember, it was in the fall of 2024. She did announce the end of her podcast. I believe she gave that podcast to her publicist or something like that. But her words exactly where I've decided to walk away from continuing the podcast because I would like to move on from, having one foot in the door of VPR and one foot out and choosing a life that is fully aligned in my values and who I want to show up as every single day. So I'll be focusing on myself, my healing, and a new relationship that I'm in. I've made the decision to take both feet out of Vanderpump Rules and focus on myself, focus on my life and my healing. And I've had so many incredible guests join me throughout the podcasting experience. I've been able to take away some amazing insight and tools to not only help myself navigate the challenges in my life, but also share those things with you guys and hopefully help you listeners in your own life. Okay. You guys want to see Rachel, then just book a sound bath. Now, as for the divorce aspect of this video that I was talking about, we're getting there. Here we go. It was announced yesterday that Alexia finalized her divorce from her now ex-husband, Todd Napola, Alexia HWY from the Real Housewives of Miami. If you guys don't remember, it was pretty off and on. They said that they were getting a divorce and then they got back together. They were entertaining the idea of getting back together. And then all of a sudden it was like, bam, here we go again. It's happening so fast. But if you are thinking to yourself, wow, that happened fast. The last time that the Real Housewives of Miami was on air, nobody had any idea that they were headed for a divorce. That means that clearly cameras were rolling while they were in some sort of marital crisis and she wanted to hide that. But according to Us Weekly, Todd and Alexia reached a settlement agreement on March 17th. This was less than a year after Todd filed. And despite their entire marriage unfolding on the show, they wanted to keep the details of their divorce agreement confidential. But what we do know is they signed a prenup just days before they tied the knot. And I'm pretty sure there's not some big settlement here, especially with the prenup. She might get a little bit of money, but I think this is more of a, I get what I came in with, you get what you came in with, whatever we accrued together. It's probably going to favor her side. But I don't see her walking away in like a year of marriage with like some massive $2, $3, $4, $5 million settlement. I don't see that. Anyways, I want to hear what your thoughts are. Pop off in the comment section about Leva's exit, Rachel's new career change, and also Alexia's divorce. I know you guys are going to give all of the opinions. I'm actually a little bit nervous about that one. Well, this one with those. But I can't wait to read them and I can't wait to see how you guys pop off. So this should be interesting. Love you guys. We'll see you in just a little bit. Bye.